Hey everybody, welcome back to Dairy Barn Woodworking. I'm Travis Elliot. Today I'm going to show you how to build this simple, easy to build and inexpensive serving tray. This is a great gift idea, or if your wife's just been nagging you for a while to build her a serving tray, this is an easy way to do it. That's actually how this started. My wife wanted a new serving tray. So I came up with this design, and the nice thing about it is it's so simple. You can batch out, 10 of these in a Saturday, and they make great gift ideas. I figured everything together here. I used walnut because she's picky, but it cost me about $30 in material to build this, so that's not that expensive. I mean, if you were to go with pine and stain it, you might be able to get this under 20 bucks. The two handles here are copper. They're half-inch copper tubing, like for a water line. You can get a 10-foot stick of this for about 15 bucks. And these are less than a foot long, so you're talking, 5 serving trays out of one 10-foot stick of copper pipe. And then, I got some finish on here. But this is a really simple build. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. So right now we're gonna go and we're gonna cut up all the pieces for this, and we'll show you how to do it. So we got our pieces all cut, milled, ready to go. I've got my two side pieces here. They're 24 inches long by 3 inches wide. Got two of those. I've got two bottom pieces that are 5.5 inches by 24 inches. That's gonna give me, if we put those together, it's gonna give me about an 11-inch bottom. That's what I'm shooting for on this. If yours is 10 inches or it's 12 inches, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that's gonna make a difference there is depending on your bottom width is going to determine how long your handles need to be. Your handles need to be 3/4 of an inch longer than your bottom is wide. So if I put it here, it's 3/4 of an inch longer than the bottom dimension, okay? That's the only thing really to keep in mind. You can also make this longer if you want to. If you make it longer, then you just make sure your bottom pieces and your side pieces are longer, and that's all you've really got to worry about. So it's time to clean these pieces up. I'm going to clean up the edges of my bottom pieces here, and probably the edges of the rails. I'm going to hit those with the joiner plane. I'm going to sand everything up. I'm also going to sand these pieces to get them looking nice because they're all gunky and corroded and nasty from the hardware store. So we'll get all this cleaned up, and then after that we'll be ready for some assembly work. Alright, so now that we got all of our pieces all cleaned up, we're pretty much ready to assemble. But before I glue anything up, I always like to dry fit everything together just to make sure everything's going to go together the way that I think it is. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, so it's been an hour. I'm gonna pull the clamps off and we'll see what we got. Alright, so we've got it all prepped for finish. I've got my handles taped off so I don't get finish on them. We're hand sanded down to 180 grit. We've got all the corners eased so we won't get any cuts or splinters or anything off of it. So it is ready for some finish. So all the cool kids on YouTube have been using this Rubio Monocoat oil plus 2C. I've never used a two-part finish like this, so this is going to be my fair and honest review. This is not sponsored. I bought this myself. So I'm going to slap a coat of this on here and we'll see how it comes out. So the way this works is you mix 3 parts of the top can, 1 part of the bottom can. I'm just going to use a teaspoon here because from what I hear you don't need much. It goes quite a long ways. And what you do is you rub it in and then you let it sit for just a few seconds and then you take off all the excess and you wipe it until it feels dry. So this is definitely different from a typical finish for sure. So let's give her a shot. Okay, I always like to start putting the finish on the bottom. because if we do get any little imperfections, that is the best place to have them. So we'll got our finish mixed up here. We'll just kind of put a little on here. I'm going to try just using your regular old blue disposable shop towels. And we're just going to buff it in there by hand. I'm going to come back with a clean towel now and just buff off the excess of this bottom. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that, the making of this serving tray. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumb up down below. If you really enjoyed it, subscribe. I'd love to bring you more awesome content like this. I'm gonna shoot to bring out some more of these videos this winter and see how this whole thing goes. So thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for your time, and you all have a great day. We'll see you.